Hey guys, this is Josh with Trillium Wild Edibles, and today I'm going to be repurposing this antique stand into an apothecary cabinet. I'm not going to make this like a full instructional video. The only reason I'm not going to is because you probably aren't going to have something that's the same size and the same dimensions as this. However, I am going to be filming the process and kind of giving you guys a little bit of information onto what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And one of the first things I noticed with this stand is that it has these little spaces, because you can see it's made by red cedar, and it's got these little panels, and they're rather thin. You can see how thin they are there. But because of those little spaces are going to let in light, and I don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I've got some aluminum window screen there. I'm just going to take a pair of tin snips. I'm going to cut that window screen to fit the size of those little spaces there. Okay, so these gaps measure 3/4 of an inch in width and 12 inches in length. Now that I've got just a little bit of this screen cut here, I'm going to walk it up to where the cut is right off the edge of my workbench. That way I know I've got a nice straight line. And I held it down with my straight edge to ensure that I had it nice and even all the way across. So now I can just take the tin snips and just go right across. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. That fits right in between there. Now, what this piece is, this isn't going to actually go inside. This is going to basically make our form, so that way we know we've got the right size. All we want to do is we want to make our pieces a little larger than this now. Alright, there we are with our piece of screen. Now this should cover this up, that way we can staple it. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut myself several more pieces of screen like this, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've got my 10 pieces of aluminum window screen cut. Now I'm going to just go ahead and staple those into those slots. Now you guys aren't really going to be able to see this process because there's no way for me to get my camera over there and for the lighting to be good enough at the same time, unfortunately. It's raining like crazy outside and it's really dark, and the angle of when my garage door is open doesn't provide good enough lighting. It actually makes it look darker on camera. So instead I'll just do that and then I'll get back to you guys and then show you that whenever it's done. Okay, so now that I've got the window screen on there, the next thing I need to do is I need to make the doors. To do that, I'm going to measure the distance from here to here and the distance from here to here in between these pieces of wood, not to the outside but to the inside of the pieces of wood. And I'm going to mark that on this 1/4 inch thick 2 foot by 2 foot piece of oak panel that I have. Okay, and here you can see I've got the doors cut out and put on. Obviously I've got to put some hinges on. Obviously I've got to put the hinges on, but I'm going to take a little bit of a break right now. Alright, so now that I've got that, I'm going to mark the spot where I'm going to make the little handle. And what I'm going to make the handle out of is this piece of buckskin lace and this buffalo horn hair pipe bead. Basically the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this handle off, then I'm going to take these hinges out here, take the doors off. I'm going to sand the doors down really good, give them a good light sanding. That'll remove this pencil that I just put on there. And then I'm going to beeswax them up. I want to bring them a little closer to the color of the cedar. Now here is a piece of red oak that's similar that I have beeswax up. This is actually an atlatl that I made. I'm not trying to show off my atlatl, but you can see the color is a lot closer. It's not perfect. This is really dirty and dingy. I mean, it's been thrown in the dirt, it's been outside, it's got all kinds of use. However, the color is a lot closer than that white that you see on top. Alright, I've got my oven inside preheating up to 350 degrees, and while that's preheating, I'm going to take that block of beeswax that you see and I'm going to rub it all on both of these two doors that I just made. Alright, and here you can see I've got it in the oven. I turned my oven down to 300 degrees, and if you have your oven up to 350, it'll work. You just got to be really careful. And this way I usually leave my oven door open. And also this way you guys can kind of see it here. Excuse my slightly dirty oven. I have not cleaned the inside of it recently. I need to. But it's not too interesting. It's just a piece of wood in the oven. No, it's kind of silly. But we're going to let this sit, and then I'll take this piece out, and then I'll do the next one the same way. And then I'll do the beeswax again, probably another 2 or 3 times, just depending, and I'll basically just do it until I get it to the color I want. Okay, you can see we've got the apothecary stand done now. Got both doors on, got the handles on. But hey, for overall only spending $7. Can't go wrong. So I thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. If you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe.